Okay, so today we're here with the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 to 10 gigabit Ethernet adapter. I purchased this from Amazon because I recently got upgraded service from Sonic from 1 gigabit per second service to 10 gigabit per second service. So I wanted to purchase an adapter that I would be able to use in order to access that increased speed from my computer. So you can see here on the box that we've got a Thunderbolt adapter. We can see that it's made from aluminum construction compared to the Belkin USB-C 1 gigabit Ethernet adapter, which is more standard plastic. We'll be taking a look at that in just a little bit. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to unbox this adapter. We can see that this supports 10 gigabits. It also supports the N-base-T standard, which means it'll support 2.5 and 5 gigabit internet speeds as Ethernet speeds as well. And we're gonna take it out of the box and see here. So holding and picking this up, it's pretty solid adapter, aluminum construction, really hefty. On one side we have the N-base-T Ethernet jack, and then on the other side we have the Thunderbolt 3 port. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. So when I was doing research on a variety of different adapters on the internet, I saw that there were plenty of adapters that could in theory support higher speeds, but a lot of the 10 gigabit per second ones needed to have, whether it's a fan or some type of cooling, in order to support such high speeds on a device. So this is made of pretty solid aluminum construction. You can see here it's pretty well built in order to radiate that heat away from the chipset in order to support those internet speeds. And then we should also take a look and see if there's anything else in the box. Apparently there's supposed to be a Thunderbolt 3 cable in here, but I cannot see one. Interesting. Anyway, so also in comparison, so we can see here, this is the Belkin USB-C to Ethernet adapter, and it's a lot smaller in size. This one is just USB-C. You can see the size difference that's really needed in order to support 10 gigabit per second internet speeds versus 1 gigabit per second internet speeds on the smaller adapter here. So we're back here again, taking a look at the box. One of the things that I forgot to do is actually take a pull out of here, and we can see that the Thunderbolt 3 cable is revealed underneath. So this is a nice, interesting place to put the Thunderbolt cable, but you can see how it would be easily missed if you're not looking carefully. So you would just plug the Thunderbolt cable into here in order to get that connection to a computer. And then I have here, so this is the Ethernet cable that I'll be using in order to connect to my computer to my networking equipment. This is a Cat6a 100-foot white Ethernet cable, and it says it's rated for 10 gigabits per second. It's got an RJ45 connector on the other side. So we can go ahead and open this up. And it's just as simple as plugging it in here in order to connect it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Sonic internet modem that's providing the 10 gigabit per second internet service. And then you'll be seeing how I route it to my Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro in order to connect to provide routing functions. And then we'll do a speed test on my computer in order to see what those speeds actually are in action. So now here we're in my guest bedroom where I have my server rack It's fully set up, but not in the final location where I'd like to have it in this home. We've got a Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro, as well as a 24 port Pro switch. Then we've got a Mac Mini, we've got 2 Raspberry Pis, and then we've got multiple internet connections coming in for redundancy, backup, and failover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up so you can better see all of the different equipment that I have located in here. So again, the Dream Machine Pro located at the bottom there, and then the 24 port switch up at the top, Mac Mini, Synology NAS, then a uninterruptible power supply down at the bottom. And then as we go back into the corner, we can take a look and see where the fiber lines have been put in. So here we have a fiber line that's located for my Sonic internet, the 10 gigabit per second internet service, then going into this modem located here. And we can get a close-up on that in order to see that service there. And then they've got multiple ports that are labeled with one particular one at the bottom marked as 10 gigabit per second service. And then here we have another fiber line for my AT&T backup service, also full 1 gigabit internet fiber. And then we have that LAN modem present here. And then we've got multiple cables that are going into feeding the back here. I think long term the intention is to install somewhere along this wall here a structured media panel where multiple internet cables will run through in order to allow Ethernet service to be provided to each of the rooms. So in order to get proper 10 gigabit internet service, you'll need to make sure that you install to not one of the 1 gigabit per second ports, but one of the 10 gigabit per second ports that represents that connects to SFP+. So I have here a module from Ubiquiti. Let's see if I can get that into focus. Well, put it here. And then there we go. Got a module from Ubiquiti that supports that 10 gigabit per second, so 10 gigabit per second Ethernet connection, and then we'll use that by plugging it into the empty port located in the center here, and then we'll run a cable up to my computer up in the attic, and that'll give us 10 gigabit per second service. And then this top cable located here is a direct cable that connects to my Dream Machine Pro. And then there's the other SFP Plus port is connected, this black cable here, to the Sonic Internet modem that I showed you previously. So now we're looking at doing a speed test on macOS using the speed test app. Here we're going to get a ping time of 1 millisecond, a download speed of approximately 5.9 gigabits per second, and an upload speed of approximately 7.4 gigabits per second. So that's pretty fast. So you can see that the speeds are really quite capable when you have it directly connected to a computer. Now we're going to go ahead and run the test again, and we'll see another variation and fluctuation. Now we're getting 6.4 gigabits per second download speeds and upwards of 7.9 gigabits per second download speeds. So that was my review of the CalDigit Thunderbolt 3 to 10 gigabit Ethernet adapter. With this, I can take full advantage of my 10 gigabit per second internet service offered to me by Sonic here in Oakland, California. At $169 as of January 2022, it really hits the mark for speed and performance in a reasonable form factor.